What's going on YouTube? It's Matty with FusaroFitness, and I just woke up. Sorry about that, but I have a video that is relevant to the last few videos I've been making. It's just leading to a whole bunch of new questions. I talked about how to cook chicken in bulk. I talked about should you weigh your food raw or cooked. Now I'm getting a bunch of people asking, should I track my vegetables and my macros? Should I weigh my vegetables out? And I feel like this is going to change from person to person. Everyone you ask may give you a different answer. Coaches may give you a different answer. So I'll give my own personal opinion and my advice, and then you can take that and do what you want with it. So personally, if something has energy value, calories, I tend to track it, but it really depends on the amount you're consuming. You could take something like plain old lettuce. If you're putting a few pieces of lettuce on a sandwich, if you're making a small side salad with some lettuce and greens, it has such a minimal amount of calories. I'm talking like maybe 10 or 20 calories. It's not going to make a difference in your caloric intake for the day at all. But if you're consuming a lot of vegetables, which I know a lot of people like to do, and I do myself, and that's the reason why I track my vegetables, because I consume such a large quantity of them that they actually do make a difference in my macros for the day. So I'm going to run through a really quick example for you just to give you an idea of why you may decide to track your vegetables if you don't already. You could take something like salad. This is just a bag of spring mix. This bag, and for me personally, if I was to make a salad for lunch or dinner, I would probably use the whole bag. Now, if you use one serving, you're looking at, again, 20 calories. That's 2 cups, which is half this bag. Do you have to track that? Not really. If that's like the only vegetables you get for the day, then no, it's not going to make a difference. But, you know, the entire bag is 40 calories. So if I'm eating this at one meal, if I keep doing this Monday through Friday, I have a bag of this. That's an extra 200 calories on top of my intake already. So if I'm trying to maintain and I'm adding 200 calories every single week, I'm not maintaining anymore. Yes, there's fiber. Yes, some people say that doesn't count in your diet. I tend to think it does. I like to track stuff that has energy value to it. Now, this is a very, very low calorie, non-starchy vegetable. So it's like, again, minimal amount of calories. Now let's take something like broccoli. Another great vegetable. Some people decide not to track it. If you're taking a small handful on the side of your plate, again, no need to really track it. But again, I sometimes eat a bag of this at one meal. You're looking at 30 calories per serving. There's 4 servings in this bag. So that's 120 calories per bag. Now, if I'm doing this 5 times a week, say on the weekends I don't eat this, 5 times a week, you're looking at an additional 600 calories a week from broccoli. So that goes to show you, you know, the calories add up if you are a big consumer of vegetables like myself. Again, another low-calorie vegetable though. Now let's take something like peas. I don't even really like peas that much. Sometimes I use them in stir fries, and I'll probably never eat a full bag of this, but if you think about it in the course of a day, and some people really like peas, they might have a little at each meal and they consume a bag a day. 1 serving of this is 70 calories, and there's 4 servings in the container. 280 calories per bag. If you eat this 5 times a week, you're getting an additional 1,400 calories a week from peas. Now, if you're going to say that doesn't count in your caloric intake for the week, that's a little strange. So there are some vegetables, starchy vegetables, that have a higher caloric content. You have your carrots and your corn and sugar snap peas. I would recommend including those in your macros. Again, stuff like very small side salads or a little bit of lettuce here and there, don't stress tracking that. It's really not going to make a big difference. But the more calorie dense vegetables, I recommend tracking. Again, it's your body, it's your life, it's your progress. You can do whatever you want with it. I'm just giving my advice and trying to help you get an understanding of how it works. And that's about it. So I'm sure this is going to lead to a question, does fiber count in my macros? Do I subtract it from carbs? Maybe I'll talk about that in another video. But until next time, sorry that I kind of rambled a little bit. I hope this helped. Don't forget to give a thumbs up and like the video, as that really helps me out. Subscribe, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks always for the support.